Hey, what is going on, Joe Joe in the morning family? I hope everybody's having a super good day. I got some really fun I want to talk to you about today, and it is something that I get asked this question a lot. You know, we get a lot of emails from the different people that viewed this show and then Prophetic Weekly. And one of the things I love talking to people about is, what do you do with your prophetic vision, dream? And this is why we have our mentoring. If you're interested in the mentoring, set up a phone call with me. I'll explain it to you, or you can join the links below. We help people move forward. Like, I love JoJo in the morning. I love you guys. I really love getting that one-on-one interaction, helping people move forward. That's why when people join our health coaching program and we start walking with them as clients or coaches, it's more of a hands-on approach that you can really help people. But here's what I want to talk to you about today, and this is going to help you. And a lot of times, this is one reason I'm so passionate about this. People do not know how to approach their pastor maybe when they feel something, okay? And so whenever you get a vision, why don't you do what it says in Habakkuk 2:2? When you get a vision, write it down, okay? And so write it down, make it plain, okay? Write it down, make it plain. Look at it. Think on it. Don't think on it too much, but just pray into it, okay? Just pray into it. And then go back and look at it again. And then just kind of think on it for a little while. Think. Just think on it. And then when you want to present it, now you got to be very careful who you present things to, because there's dream snatchers, dream killers out there. And now, listen, there's a lot of times people go to their pastor and get wounded when they have a prophetic vision or dream or aspiration or something, because their pastor may not see it. That's why I think it's important to have an apostle and a prophet that you can share stuff with. You know, my wife and I, we're like apostles and prophets for a lot of people, because they may go to a really good church that doesn't operate that way, and that's cool. But you need to be able to have somebody in your life to take your words to. Like, I have two, kind of three, maybe four men, like two main guys, but basically four guys that I have that I can present things to, and it's different in each one. You know, like each one carries a different anointing. And one of the most powerful, like, let me tell you a story about my apostle Ken Malone. If you don't follow Apostle Ken Malone, you should. He's out of Satellite Beach, Florida. Say Orlando, about an hour from Orlando, but he has some great events. He has about 4 big events a year, and brings in some powerful voices. And when he started becoming my apostle, I told him a vision one time. He said, "Okay, good, sounds great, go for it." And I didn't do anything with it. And then again, I told him a prophetic vision I had, and he said, "That sounds great, Joe. Yeah, let me know how I can help you. Just go for it." And I told him a third time. He said, "What are you waiting on?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. I've always been kind of told, no, not now. No, I don't know." He said, "I'm not going to tell you no. I said it sounds good. Now go." And I said, "I've always been told no, no, no." And then he said, "Joe, just go, go, go. Just do it." And I thought, wow, that's the difference when I had a prophetic vision from an apostolic prophetic person versus the pastor. Pastor didn't see it that way. Pastors see the needs of all the people. Apostolic prophetic people see the gifting that needs to go forth. They're both powerful, but that's why there's a fivefold. Okay? That's why there's a fivefold. You need somebody, like when people come to me and say, "You're going to think I'm crazy." I'm like, "No, I'm not." 98% of people that tell me something, I'm thinking, "That's what you were talking about." Because I've been around people who have colossal sized dreams. I was around a guy recently. I was around about 2 years ago, and he said, man, I got this little $12 million vision. He told it to me. I said, cool, that sounds pretty easy. Go for it. He did it. Just 2 years, did it. You know, and you got to be around those type of people that are like, man, come on, you got this. You can do this. See, we all need somebody that you can share a prophetic word with. And, you know, I remember when I was younger, there was these two older gentlemen that, wise, I'm not, these two men were wise, smart men in the word. Like you could mention anything and they could quote 3-4 scriptures off the top of their head over any subject. They just knew the word. Just great guys. And when I would talk to them about the Lord and in dreams I had, they were like, oh, I can see you doing that. I can see you doing that. I'm like, really? Okay. I just kind of had a thought. But what if I would have went to somebody who was like, oh, no, Joe, I don't know about all that. I don't know about that. And my first cousin, Pastor Haltom, he was my pastor 2 different times in my life. But he was a guy that you could talk to about stuff. And he'd be like, yeah, I can see you doing that. I can see you doing that. And I'd be like, really? And one day he said, Joe, you just told me what you thought you were supposed to do. And I'm like, well, I was kind of a little hesitant, a little nervous and scared. He goes, no, I can see you doing that. I said, okay. See, you need people in your corner. You need some crazy folks in your corner. I ain't talking about like crazy. I'm talking about just crazy. Holy Ghost crazy. I remember when I was in my young 20s, I wasn't quite sanctified. I hadn't met my wife yet. She keeps me straight. But I was just wild. And we were in a service, and I was just like, man, I wonder if those 4 or 5 people over there need healing. If I just run by them real fast and Benny Hinn wave them, and they all get healed. And one of my friends said, oh, Joe, that's crazy. Don't do that. Just don't do that. I mean, what people going to think? I said, I don't know. And my other friend said, just do it. What's the worst that could happen? And I said, yeah, what's the worst that could happen? And I took off running. I think I would walk by, pop them on the head, just running by. And a few of them got healed. I mean, I think one of them said they had a headache. I just kind of ran by, and they were kind of running by, praying for them, and I just had a crazy thought, like, what if they got healed? What if they got healed? And it was over. I think it was like 5 of them. Like two people immediately said they were healed, and the third one was like, I just like the next day I saw him. I think it was like one of those, multi-night revivals. They were like, I think I was really healed that night. And the other 2 were like, when you prayed for me, I just felt my faith arise. Well, I was young, just kind of a crazy thought. Why not? See, we all need that mentor and a friend. You need a wild mentor and a wild friend that will be like, just do it. I remember I told this one guy, every time we were in service, he just kept looking at this one girl. He just kept looking at this one girl. He just kept looking at this one girl all the time. And I said, when are you going to man up and ask her out? He said, man, I think I'm going to marry her. I'm like, bro, you are awesome. You're awesome. He goes, what? I said, you're awesome, dude. Like, why would she not want to marry you? Yeah. I said, you got a good job. Yeah. I said, you're kind-hearted. You would take care of her. He goes, yeah. I said, go ask her out. He goes, I'm scared. You know me. I'm an instigator. I'm like, hey, come here. And I said, hey. Oh, wait, I'll be right back. And I walked off. He asked her out. They married. And so The thing about it is, you just need that mentor, and you need a crazy friend that when you look at them and say, I'm going to write a book, they'd be like, ooh, I'm going to buy your first copy, but you better autograph it for me. See, so many people I talk to, they say, man, I had this dream one time, and they got this spark in there. You know that spark in their eye? They got this gleam. They're like, I had this dream one time. They get so fired up. And then all of a sudden they're like, and I told this one person, and man, they said it was stupid. And they just said it wouldn't work. I said, who cares what they say? They're not God. They're not God. Some of you listening right now, my voice is a wake-up call to you because you gave up on a dream that you let somebody talk you out of. Come on, man. Let's go. I look at the way the world is today, and I'm thinking there's so many songs that have never been written. There's so many books that's never been wrote. There's so many businesses that haven't been started, ministries that weren't launched. I remember one time, this is so good, so good. I had this guy, he was mad, just mad at the world, mad at about 3 people. And I said, hey man, let me tell you something because I love you and I believe in you. You're mad at 3 people, and I have no doubt they probably hurt you. But I know the 3 people you're talking about, and they're not bad people. There was probably a misunderstanding, but either way, please forgive them. Never speak of this again. See, you being mad at them is not holding them hostage. It's holding you hostage. And you have so much to give the world. We prayed. He said, I feel alive. I feel like I forgave people. I said, yeah, listen, you got something powerful. Powerful. You know, there's been times in my life when I had a mentor tell me, he said, Joe, you just need to forgive some people. And I went to the people that hurt me, and they're like, Joe, I did not mean to hurt you. I am so sorry. Misunderstanding. I've had people come to me and say, man, you hurt me. And I was like, I had a guy tell me, you did this. I said, I never did that. I was accused of something I didn't even do. And they were totally just fine after it. Got set free. When you're around the proper voices, they will speak life into you. And some of y'all have never met, but I want to tell you to do what God has put in your heart. Break out of the mode. Be that one in your family that be the first to whatever it may be. Too many times, let me teach it real quick. One thing people, if they don't understand it, they don't affirm it. The generations change. My kids talk about stuff. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. The older generation, they don't understand some of the stuff that I do. Like they don't know technology. And so I'm like, yeah, man, I'm doing all these videos. You don't need no videos. You just need to preach. I said, well, they don't have as many old school revivals as they used to. A lot of it goes social media. See what I'm saying? Sometimes people aren't speaking against what you're doing. They just don't understand it. You need the proper voices in your life to speak life into you. And listen, for some of y'all, I don't know, and I may never meet you, but I want you to know I believe in the word that God has spoken over you. Go forth. Go forth in the name of Jesus. Wherever you're at, find you a good mentor. Find you somebody. Listen, and find somebody who has credibility in what you're doing. Like I like stocks and stuff like that. And so I have a guy that I go talk to. That's what he does. I've got ministers that I go talk to. I got people I know that have successful marriages. I go talk to them. And so I let the right people speak into my life, okay? Because I don't want to be led astray in anything. I want to be, listening to the right people. So God loved you enough to give you that prophetic dream, to give you that prophetic word, and put that reoccurring thought in your head for you to do something great with your life. The Bible says there is safety in the multitude of counselors. You got the right people speaking into your life, things work out. Okay? If you want prayer, go to the website, joejoedawson.net. Send me a prayer request. And I love praying for people. Hope you have a blessed day.